Frederickson is really unique because we have a real diversity of families here, not only just in terms of educational background, but you have people with many different cultures.
This school is, as large as it is, it feels like a small school because we all are one community. Teachers across grade levels work together to help, and our main focus and our main goal is to help students be more successful.
What makes Frederickson different? I believe it's our community. I believe that it's the melting pot that we are, and that we value that diversity and difference and celebrate its uniqueness together.
Frederickson has its challenges, but it has much more community support.
When I first came to Frederickson, I realized there was a need for some kind of communication with the Latin families, Latino families. And a lot of it was because of the language. So my idea was to have some kind of group. I thought about it for a long time, but then in the last couple of years, I just thought, you know what, I need to do something because it's not happening. For me, the group is more about having the families feel comfortable with the whole school situation, having families feeling safe with us, that they could come to us and say, you know what, I need help with something. That they could go to the office, they could go to anybody at Frederickson and get help with a problem. Maybe it's not even academic, maybe it's something else. That's exactly what I wanted out of the Puentes Unidos, was to have people feel comfortable with the school situation.
In this building at the firehouse, to put it simply, we increase access to the arts for the community, whether it's visual arts, whether it's performing arts, music, theater.
Mark and I, with our job here at the City of Pleasanton, we work in the Civic Arts Division. We work with all the programming involved inside the Firehouse Theater and the Amador Theater. Mark also is the executive director of the Creatures of Impulse, the improv troupe for youth in the city.
We ran a haunted house and a haunted house performance class and used improv to create characters for the haunted house. And at some point, the kids, it's kind of bittersweet, the kids started coming to the class and going, can we just do improv? And I asked them why do you just want to do improv? We're trying to do a haunted house. And they said, it's fun. Like it's like we don't have to think. We just have to get up there and have fun. And I started really seeing the merit of it recreationally.
I look at improv as kind of a philosophy. Like, I mean, you always have to keep going and you can't let anything stop you. And once you get stopped, I mean, you've kind of ruined what's happening. So keep going.
I mean, you can take youth away from their element so they can kind of show who they are as people independently. And also in the arts, it's beautiful. It was beautiful.
Mark has a passion for kids that is so unbelievably strong. I believe that passion is also as strong for the arts and for performing.
He himself hasn't grown up completely, and that's why he's able to do it. It's because he's still in that mindset of a teenager. Like, let's have fun. I understand the relationships that you guys have. He's very in with what's going on now in like our dynamics as teenagers. He understands it, and he refuses to grow up, and that's why he's capable of doing it.
I think I saw, first of all, the Bay Area as it just represented freedom to me from constraints I'd experienced growing up in other social situations. And one of the things that was happening back then is growth was up to 10%, as I remember. I mean, just very rapid. In 1972, an initiative was launched by leaders in the community, and they wanted to slow growth down until some of these issues could be addressed. And I always understood that why the business community wouldn't want that. I was never offended, but they saw this as a threat to their goals. And really, when you come out west, you think of pioneers fighting the elements, and the idea of cities or controlling growth is just sort of anti-American. And so we were boycotted, but then the urban growth boundaries were very important for the controlled Alameda County, Pleasanton, and Livermore. And as a result of them, growth was limited to a particular boundary, and that meant a refocus on the downtowns. So instead of having the sprawl development that you see in almost every California city, with maybe a donut hole in the center, you see revitalized downtowns in both Livermore and Pleasanton.
There are probably people in this community who've never set foot in this theater, but they enjoy what the theater brings to them because of what's happened in the downtown. Since this building opened, along with the movie theaters next door, there have been 20 new food and beverage establishments that have turned up on First Street and the surrounding streets. So there's a nightlife here that, even though you may never go into the theater, that nightlife provides you with sort of a resource, both you and your family, your guests, whoever you might be interacting with.
There's something about preserving the hills and the agricultural land, the vineyards, that moves the spirit. So yes, the downtowns bring you together as a community, but I think that having a spiritual experience outside the community and still that you can see every day is important to our well-being, to our souls.